Hello everyone, in today's video we will be looking at my Shadow Scizor team which got me 13 wins in a row in Great League in Pokemon Go. So I'm running Shadow Scizor on the lead, Credily on the safe switch and then Jellicent in the back. So let's get into the battles and check out this team in action. In the first game we have Shadow Scizor versus Talonflame, horrible lead, so I will switch out into my Credily and opponent comes in with his Dewgong. I will go for the Rock Tomb here, trying to get attack drop so that these ice type moves does not hurt a lot. I will shield this charge move because I want to get switch advantage, and usually I at least use one shield to try to get switch back. Opponent no shields the charge move, really good for me, as at this point I will no shield this charge move and hope that Credily can reach one more charge move to either force final shield or get switch back. Opponent uses his final shield, which is amazing for me, as now I can come in with my Scizor, tank this charge move, I won't shield, and then I can use this final shield on my Jellicent and try to sweep this game with my Jellicent. Opponent comes in with his Talonflame and then comes in with his Meadowback. I will go for the Surf. Oh, didn't take out Meadowback, and here opponent goes for the charge move. I won't shield it because I want to save this shield for Brave Bird from Talonflame. It can reach it, so I will go for another Surf, preventing Meadowback from throwing another charge move. And here, as you can see, Talonflame got to a charge move. I will go for the Surf on the bad timing. It doesn't matter, I just want this damage. After that, even Scizor can beat this Talonflame at this point. So GG's to my opponent here. Fly takes out Jellicent and Scizor takes out Talonflame. Into the next match we have Shadow Scizor versus Charim. So Charim has access to fire type Weather Ball, so I tried to catch a fire type Weather Ball on my Credily, and opponent is throwing its charge move, which is nice for me, but Charim still has half energy, like half Weather Ball worth of energy. So I will have to look out for that. Opponent goes for the charge move. I won't shield any charge move because I have to save these shields for my Scizor versus Charim matchup. I will go for another Grass Knot and opponent uses the shield. At this point, I will just let my Credily go down because I know my Scizor has one Night Slash, which will either force final shield or it will take out this Stun Whisk. Opponent decided not to shield and we got the attack buff. At this point, I don't care. I will just shield here and then I will farm down this Charim, and after that, opponent has Mandibuzz in the back. I will go for the high Iron Head here, expecting opponent not to shield because he may think that this is just a Night Slash, and Iron Head did huge damage on Mandibuzz. And after that, I can farm down Mandibuzz and win the game. GG's to my opponent here. Into the next match, we have Scizor versus Ariados. Really good matchup for my Scizor because Scizor resists almost all charge moves from Ariados: Cross Poison, Lunge and Trailblaze. Opponent goes for the charge move. I won't shield it because I know I can survive it. It's Lunge and it's resisted. Opponent comes in with his Araquanid and I decided to build up to a Night Slash and then switch out into my Jellicent. Opponent goes for the charge move. It's Bubble Beam and I got attack debuff, which is not good, as you will see that even after one Shadow Ball, even after two Shadow Balls, Araquanid won't go down. I won't shield this charge move. It could be like opponent has Mirror Coat. Mirror Coat is a psychic type move which does neutral damage to ghost type Pokemon. So I will go for another Shadow Ball and opponent Araquanid survives. I will go for the Surf and opponent catches it on his Feraligatr. Nice catch by opponent. I will come in with my Credily here and I will shield this charge move because after Rock Tomb, charge moves from Feraligatr will do less damage, and that's what I want. I will go for the Rock Tomb. Opponent decided to use his final shield. I will go for Grass Knot here. Opponent gets to the charge move before me and it's an Ice Beam. I decided not to shield and opponent catches my Grass Knot on his Araquanid. Nice catch by opponent. At this point, I will just come in with my Scizor. I will blind throw my Night Slash. Opponent catches it on his Feraligatr and then I will get to another Night Slash with 1 HP on the Dream against Ariados, and Ariados gets KO'd by the Night Slash. GG's to my opponent here. So I am facing legend players on my rank 11 battles with Shadow Scizor, so you can just see how legit my win streak is, as I faced legend players with my Shadow Scizor and still got 13 wins in a row. We have Shadow Scizor versus Annihilate on the lead. I will go for the Night Slash and I got the boost. Now I will use all of my shields on Shadow Scizor. Opponent goes for the charge move and I decided to shield. Here I should have thrown my Night Slash, but now it comes down to which Pokemon we will choose and who will get the alignment. I will go for the Credily, as I think that after Annihilate, there is no counter to Credily left in his team. I will come in with my Credily. Opponent comes in with his Jellicent and has Clodsire in the back. So opponent lost the alignment and I won the game. GG's to my opponent here. Into the next match against another legend player, we have Shadow Scizor versus Carbink. Amazing lead and opponent is staying in for some reason. So I will build up to an Iron Head and then I will go for Night Slash bait. Opponent catches it on his Sableye. I will go for another Night Slash, trying to get first shield or do some damage here. Opponent shields the charge move. I will come in with my Jellicent here and then I will go for Surf Spam. Opponent goes for the foul play and I decided to shield the charge move. I will go for the Surf. Opponent shields the charge move. Okay, here I will also match shields. I will use my final shield and then I will go for another Surf. And this Surf will take out Sableye, and then after that opponent comes in with his Giratina. I switched out into my Scizor, and now opponent comes in with his Carbink, sniping down my Scizor. So here what I will do is that I will build up a lot of energy on my Jellicent so that I can outpace Giratina to a Shadow Ball, and I can throw, and also I can throw one Surf here on the Carbink. Surf takes down Carbink and I got to a Shadow Ball. This Shadow Ball will take out Giratina. GG's to my opponent. So this is my first 5-0 with this team. After that I got one more 5-4 and then after that I got a 4-1. So let's get into some more battles and check out some more Shadow Scizor action. Into the next match we have Shadow Scizor versus Lapras. So this is a good matchup for my Scizor, as Psywaves will be doing resisted damage because of Scizor's steel typing. So opponent comes in with his Clodsire and I will come in with my Jellicent. I will go for the Surf here. Opponent no shields the charge move. Surf did a decent amount of damage. Opponent goes for the charge move. I will also no shield. And then I will go for another Surf here and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent shields the charge move. I don't know why, but here I will also match the shield and it's a Stone Edge. A nice bait by opponent. I will try to get to another Surf, but opponent reaches a charge move. It's Earthquake and Jellicent goes down. I will come in with my Scizor, completely farmed on Clodsire, and opponent comes in with his own Scizor. At this point, I can't let this Scizor see my Credily, so I will go for back-to-back Night Slashes and I will stay in this matchup trying to take out opponent Scizor. Opponent goes for the charge move. I will respect the damage and shield the charge move. Opponent switches out into his Lapras and I will go for Iron Head here and then I will switch out into my Credily. Opponent is taking a lot of time to throw its charge move, which makes me wonder, is it a Skull Bash? I think it is. Yes, it is. It did resisted damage, and at this point I will build up some more energy so that I can reach one charge move against Scizor and win the game. I will get to the charge move before Scizor takes out my Credily, and that's why opponent decided to surrender here. Into the next match we have Shadow Scizor versus Golurk. Horrible lead, so I will come in with my Credily here and then I will go for the charge move, but not before Golurk can reaches its own charge move. It's Dynamic Punch. Nice shield by me. I will go for the Rock Tomb and Rock Tomb bait. Opponent shields the charge move. Really good bait by me. I will go for the Grass Knot here and now opponent has to respect the damage. Opponent shields again and then opponent tried to farm down my Credily, but my Credily reaches a Grass Knot with 1 HP and a Dream. Grass Knot takes out Golurk and opponent has Granbull in the back. I will come in with my Scizor and opponent has Magnezone in the back here against my Jellicent. I will shield this charge move expecting it to be a wild charge and then I will throw my Surf. This Surf will knock out Magnezone. After that, huge wild charge defense drop, and after that I can throw one Shadow Ball against this Granbull and win the game. GG's to my opponent here. Into the next match against another legend player, we have Scizor versus Dragalge. Really good lead for me, so I will switch. So opponent switches out into his Blastoise and I will come in with my Jellicent here. Jellicent resists Skull Bash, Hydro Cannon and Ice Beam from Blastoise, which all Blastoise users typically run. I will go for the Shadow Ball here and after that I will commit to the farm down. Opponent no shields the charge move and goes for the hydro cannon. I won't shield it because I think Jellicent will survive it, and then I was able to farm down Blastoise, which is huge, as now I can throw this Shadow Ball on the Dragalge and it did a lot of neutral damage. Opponent has his own Jellicent in the back. I will show opponent my Credily, and opponent top lefts the game. Into the next match against another legend player. I think it is another legend player. We have Shadow Scizor versus Vespa Queen. So this is a good matchup for me. I will throw my Night Slash right away. Opponent respects the damage and shields the charge move. We got an attack buff, which is amazing. Now I will shield this charge move, whatever it is. I will go for another Night Slash, and opponent catches it on his Quagsire. Night Slash did huge damage, and we got another boost. At this point, I will shield this charge move again, and after that I will go for complete Quagsire farm down. After that, I will throw blind Night Slash against opponent's Marowak, and it will do a lot of damage. So opponent decided to shield, and as you can see, bullet punches did enough damage so that one surf from my Jellicent can knock out this Marowak. Here I will let go of this charge move because I don't have any shields, and then I will go for the surf, and after that I can go for another surf for that Vespa Queen and win the game. Surf takes out Marowak, and after that opponent top left the game and we won the game. GG's to my opponent here. Into the next match against another legend player, we have Scizor versus Hippowdon. Horrible lead, so I will switch out into my Credily, and opponent stays in the match. Goes for the charge move. It can be a Scorching Sands, which it is. I decided not to shield. It didn't do a lot of damage. I will go for the Rock Tomb right away against Moltres, and after that I will go for another Rock Tomb, which will force Final Shield, or it might give me switch. Opponent decides to use his Final Shield. I will come in with my Scizor here, and opponent goes for the charge move. It can be a fly, so I will decide to shield, and after that I will go for Night Slash. Okay, I will shield again. It's another charge move. After that I will go for Night Slash, and then I will go for the farm down. I will try to farm down Moltres, which I did. I got the farm down, which is amazing. Now I will go for the Night Slash against Mantine. I tried to throw it against Hippowdon, but opponent comes in with his Mantine. I will switch out into my Jellicent, and opponent comes in with his Hippowdon. I will go for the surf. Surf takes out Hippowdon, and then opponent decides to top left the game. GG's to my opponent here. Into the next match against another legend player, we have Shadow Scizor versus Talonflame. Horrible lead, so I will do the same thing I did in the first match. I will switch out into my Credily, and this time opponent is staying in. I think opponent will go for the fly, so I will decide to not to shield, and then I will go for the Rock Tomb here. Rock Tomb takes a shield from opponent, and after that opponent comes in with his Drapion. I will go for another Rock Tomb, but not before opponent can reach a charge move. It's going to be an Echo Tail, and it will do enough damage to take out my Credily. I will use no shield, and then I will come in with my Scizor here. I will go for the Night Slash, and after that opponent reaches a charge move. It was on CMP die, so opponent reaches a charge move. I won't shield it because Scizor has no play in this match whatsoever, because they have Talonflame and they won the alignment. So I will come in with my Jellicent, and opponent comes in with his Sableye. I will go for the Surf Bait here, trying to get the shield. We got the shield, which is huge for me. I will go for the Shadow Ball. This Shadow Ball should take out Shadow Sableye. It didn't take out, but we have two shields, so I can shield it, and this Hex will take down this Sableye, and then I can reach a Surf and win this game. GG's to my opponent here. Surf takes out Talonflame, and we won the game. Into the next match, we have another legend player, and we have Shadow Scizor versus Carving. Amazing lead, and opponent comes in with his Victory Bell. Victory Bell is not a good counter to Scizor. So I will stay in this matchup. Opponent shields the first Night Slash, and I will go for another one, and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent shields again. At this point I will respect the damage. I will shield first charge move. It's Leaf Blade. I won't shield the second one because it is obviously going to be a Leaf Blade again, and Victory Bell goes down. Opponent comes in with his Carving for some reason, and Scizor just deleted 50% health from Carving. Opponent comes in with his Credily against my Jellicent, so I will go for this Shadow Ball, and after that I will switch out into my own Credily, because Grass Knots and Rock Tomb from opponent's Credily won't hurt here. It would have hurt my Jellicent there, so I will go for my own Rock Tomb, and After opponent Shock Tomb, I don't think it will knock out here. Yes, it didn't, and opponent goes for the charge move. It won't also knock out my readily as well, and then opponent comes in with his Carbink. I tried to get to the Gross Knot, but I couldn't reach it, so I will come in with my Jellicent. I won't shield this charge move because it's not going to knock out my Jellicent, and then I can go for Surf here to knock out Carbink, and after that I can farm down that readily and get the win. GG's to my opponent here. Into the next match, we have Shadow Scizor versus Dedenne. So this is a matchup which I have played with my own Dedenne, and in this matchup, Shadow Scizor is very dominant. I will go for the Night Slash here, and opponent shields the charge move. I didn't get any attack buff, which is sad. I will try to fish for attack boost. I will go for another Night Slash, and I think at this point Dedenne won't shield. I will go for the Night Slash, and opponent decided not to shield. I will respect the damage, and I will shield here. And then I will go for the farm down. Opponent realizes that his Dedenne could be farmed down, switches out into its Quagsire, and I will come in with my Cradle here. I caught the Aqua Tail, and then I will go for a charge move, not before Quagsire can reach its own charge move, which is Aqua Tail, and then I will go for the Rock Tomb bait here. I was expecting opponent to shield the charge move, but he didn't. Very bad bait by me. I'm saying so many times very bad because this game is going to be very close. I will go for the Grass Knot here, and opponent caught it on his Dedenne and comes in with his Quagsire. I will come in with my Scizor, and I will throw my Night Slash, and after that I think I will, okay, I got the final shield. Then I will come in with my Jellicent, and here I will throw my Surf right away because I want this Quagsire gone out of this game, out of this match. I will go for the Surf, and Surf takes out Quagsire. Opponent has Dewgong in the back. I will go for the Shadow Ball before Dewgong can throw an Icy Wind, and after that I will try to catch the charge move on my Scizor, but my switch clock was not up, and opponent goes for the charge move. It's Drill Run. Jellicent survives Drill Run, and we got to a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball takes out Dewgong, and we won the game. GG's to my opponent here. And here you can see my win streak, which is 13, longest streak, 13 wins, as I claimed on my thumbnail. After this, let's check out my final two battles as well. Into the next match, we have another legend player. We have Shadow Scizor, mirror matchup. So I have to beat this Shadow Scizor here because my backline does not appreciate Shadow Scizor. So I will shield the charge move, and I also lost CMP tie, which is sad because I cannot get the lead matchup. So here I will shield. I will decide not to shield it here, and then I will try to get energy advantage on my Jellicent. Scizor gets to another charge move, which is terrible for me because I lost my final shield, and after that opponent comes in with his own Jellicent. I will go for the Shadow Ball and hope that opponent no shields it. Opponent shields the charge move. Okay, let's see if we can win it or not. I will come in with my Cradily trying to catch the Shadow Ball, and opponent throws it anyways. And after that, Jellicent builds up more energy, and I think at this point Jellicent has one Shadow Ball loaded. I will go for the Grass Knot here. Opponent catches it on his Gligar. I tried to get to another charge move, but Gligar throws its energy. So I will try to get a lot of energy on my Jellicent so that I can throw one Shadow Ball against opponent's Jellicent. So I will go for the Surf here. And I think I am 1 or 2 fast moves behind from another Shadow Ball, but opponent has it. So I lost this game. GG's to my opponent here. Very well played. So even if I had Shadow Ball here, I think it would have came down to CMP tie, and maybe I could have lost that. So nice win by opponent, and I lost my win streak here. This is my 14th match. Into the final match of this video, we have Shadow Scizor versus Cradily. Amazing lead, and opponent is staying in for some reason. I will go for the Night Slash, trying to fish for attack buff. Night Slash, opponent no shields the Night Slash, and I didn't get any attack buff. I will shield the charge move, respecting the damage, and I will completely farm down Cradily. And at this point, I will switch out into my Cradily as Talonflame comes in, because I think opponent's third Pokemon is also weak to my Shadow Scizor. That's why opponent didn't switch. and opponent throws fly and then comes in with his Gastrodon. I will go for the Grass Knot. Grass Knot takes out Gastrodon and opponent comes in with his Talonflame here. Again, I will go for the Rock Tomb here, and after that, my Jellicent can pretty easily take out opponent's Talonflame. We both have one shield, but it doesn't matter because Talonflame's attack is debuffed, which means even one Brave Word from this range won't knock out. I will respect the damage and I will shield the charge move, and then I will go for the Surf here. After that, I have to reach one more Surf to win this game. I will go for another Surf here, but not before Talonflame reaches another charge move. It's Fly. Jellicent survives, reaches Surf, and Surf takes out Talonflame. We won the game. So this is my final set with my Shadow Scizor team. I lost that one battle. If I would have won that battle, then it could have been 15-0. But I will take 13-0 win streak any day. Also, Shadow Scizor is a very strong mon for the current Great League meta. Try it out and let me know in the comment section below how it goes. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next one.